complete world has been locked down for many days, and many countries were struggling with lack of education, and to get a connectivity to each other, to teachers and students, to get a good benefit to you, we started online classes. Through these classes, you get a lot of advantage. Due to this corona pandemic, we were suffering a lot, and not to get any problem to you, these classes will be a beneficial to you. Take a good advantage. You know that always beginning of something new is always amazing and fabulous, and these 4 classes also will be amazing and fabulous, will help you to recap once again the lessons and becomes an asset to you. Take advantage of that, make use of them, utilize them, implement them. Okay? And don't make your parents to be as an irritation and frustration. Okay? Don't create any problem. Be humble, be polite, and just keep concentration on your studies. Don't neglect them. Utilize these classes, listen to the classes, and just try to know why we have introduced online classes and implement them. Whatever homework has been given by the teachers, not only English, all the subjects also, and use them into an implementation. Okay, students, shall we begin our class now? And as you have been promoted from 8th to 9th, students, tonight unit 1, it contains a lesson as a part of reading, that is the snake and the mirror. The snake and the mirror. The author of the lesson, he was author in the sense he had translated a story. He was a translator. We can consider him. Of course, he was an author, but his story has been translated by another person. But the author of the lesson was Vaiko Muhammad Bashir. This story's center point is humor. Okay, what is humor? The state of being funny. Funny things. What are funny things? You know that. Don't you know what are funny things? Taking a pencil of your friend before the exam, making him to be not knowing of things which you have taken, and making him to be in such a state of tension. That is a type of fun. And making all the students to laugh in such a position by making jokes or playing jokes is fun. So this is called humor. Of course, in our life, everything will be included. Humor is also included, right? So the second part of the lesson is humor. It is a type of fun. Okay? And if you open the page number, 2, you can see a picture clearly over here. What's that? See, a snake. It is going to see its image in mirror. Okay, what would you have? Promoted the monkey to look as its own reflection in the mirror. What could be the monkey thinking at this point? Can you guess, students? Okay, I think you might have observed monkey. Monkey means the funniest animal, right? Right? Because how we reacts, it reacts in the same way. And that monkey, when it had got a mirror before it, how it used to, of course, when it is a general tendency of our people that when we are walking somewhere, if we see a mirror, we'll stop over there and we'll see how we are. It is a common tendency and general tendency. It happens everywhere, right? But in place of us, if any animal, if he has seen how it reacts, will it feel the same? Means how we react, will it react in the same way? Will it respond in the same way? When it had seen its image in the mirror, how it reacts? What were its feelings? Okay, now we are going to see in the lesson. And here you have an oral discourse, students. That is role of humor in our life. What is the role of humor? The state of being funny. How, up to what extent it is important in our life? Was it needed? And what type of humor we need? Okay, and if we had implemented humor in our life, how our life should be? You have an oral discourse, and this story in which a doctor describes a snake that looks into a mirror. And in this story, in the narrator, when he had encountered himself with a snake one night, what were his feelings, what were his emotions, you can see them very clearly in this lesson. Of course, humor is a part of our life. Every time, problems, solutions, fast forward life, school, even many of the places, when we are feeling it, funny humor, it is needed. And this story, The Snake and the Mirror, it is, you will get definitely humor in this lesson, right? And the author, Mr. Bashir, he had shown the humor very clearly. But before that, just I will read author's introduction, students. Go to the page number 6. I'll read it out. Waikom Muhammad Bashir, 21st January 1908, 5th July 1994, was a Malayalam fiction writer from the state of Kerala in India. This author also is from Kerala. He was a humanist, freedom fighter, novelist, and short story writer. He is noted for his down-to-earth style of writing that made him equally popular among literary critics as well as the common man. He is regarded as one of the most successful and outstanding writers from India. Translations of his works into the other languages have won him worldwide acclaim. The story, The Snake and the Mirror, was translated into English. His notable works include Balayakshi, Sadrangal, Mathikulal, and Angaranimisham. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1982. He is only remembered as the Babar Sultan. So, here Mr. Bashir, a famous novelist, humanist, short story writer, and an author from Kerala. Okay, and he see here, one man poet, I told you, one man poet, or one man author, or one man novelist, or a short story writer, whatever we may call them. But the persons will have a specialization. They will have a specialization. So, but Mr. Bashir's specialization, mostly his stories will be very funny. He will show a lot of clearness in his writings in a way of humor. Okay, and this, the Snake and the Mirror lesson also will show you the humor very clearly. Okay, and he was awarded Padma Shri in 1982. Our Indian government honored him with Padma Shri in 1982. And this person from a down-to-earth style of writing. Down-to-earth style of writing means some novelist or author you take, the writings will be straightforward and richness they used to show in their writings. But this writer is not like that. He shows a quality in his writings, that down-to-earth style he used to show in his writings. Now students, go to the page number 3. Now we are going to start the lesson, The Snake and the Mirror. Just I'll go on reading and I'll explain. Keep your textbooks before you. Okay, shall we begin? Has a snake ever coiled itself around any part of your body? A full-blooded cobra. All of us fell silent. The question came from the homeopath. The topic came up when we were discussing snakes. We listened attentively as the doctor continued with the tale. It was a hot summer night, about 10 o'clock. I had my meal at the restaurant and returned to my room. I heard a noise from above as I opened the door. The sound was a familiar one. One could say that rats I shared the room. I took out my box of matches and lighted the kerosene lamp on the table. So, the person to the author, his friend, narrator was explaining. Narrator means who was telling. See, when some group of friends, when we sat together, a topic starts. When we started the topic based on that, many people will speak on that, right? So, all the friends, when they sat together, a topic started that is related to snakes. When the snakes topic started, one of his friends, he was a homeopathy doctor. He was a homeopath. So immediately the doctor started saying, friends, do you know you are talking about snakes, but one day I encountered with snake. Okay, means completely a cobra had surrounded me, and I spent a day with the snake. When I had faced, the situation, he started explaining to his friends. And that topic, Mr. Bashir has given us the lesson, the snake and the nether. The snake and the nether. Okay, now let's go into the lesson. So it was a hot summer, okay, midnight, and the other, villages, how the situation will be. No, there was no electricity in those days, and the old houses, completely there is no slab, or completely there are holes like that, and that too, this doctor where he is, the house, it was completely merged up with rats. So many of his friends used to comment him, "Arey, you had a companion. You are not living alone in your house, and rats were also giving you the best company. You and rats both were living in your house." So in the darkness with the kerosene lamp, those days there was no electricity, right, friends? So how they used to look over every part? Then with the help of lamps and kerosene lamp, he had lit it up, and he started entering the house. The house was not electrified. It was a small rented room. I had just set up medical practice and my earnings were meager. I had about 60 rupees in my suitcase, along with some shirts and dhotis. I also possessed one solitary black coat which I was then wearing. So the house was not electrified. As he started his practice, the recent days, he did not earn much money. Due to that reason, he had taken a small room and not well furnished. Only few things were there at his home, and in that he started his medical practice. As his earnings were very less, he started taking a small house. In that house, only there were 60 rupees in his suitcase, and he had some shirts and dhotis. Dhoti, a traditional way of costume, wearing a dhoti. So a dhoti and some shirts were there at his house. And when he was wearing those dresses, because doctor means not only doctor, even to every professional, we can say that there will be a particular costume attire, right? And those were many days back, many years back. Completely dressing means they used to maintain a uniqueness over the dressing. And homeopathy, as he was a homeopathy doctor, he had maintained a dressing style. I took off my black coat, white shirt, and not so white vest, and hung them up. So what he had done, he had removed his black coat, shirt, and he had hung them to the wall. I opened the 2 windows in the room. It was an outer room with one wall facing the open yard, and it had a tiled roof with long supporting gables that rested on the beam over the wall. There was no ceiling. There was a regular traffic of rats to and from the beam. I made my bed and pulled it close to the wall. I lay down, but I could not sleep. I got up and went out of the veranda for a little air, but the wind god seemed to have taken time off. So one day what happened, he had opened the windows. As there was no electricity and it was not furnished, he had opened the 2 windows, and I told you, veranda means, what is veranda? The front area of the house is called veranda. So he opened the door of the veranda. Front of the house, as those days were not, for example, this is a house, he had 2 beams over here. When the 2 beams were connected, there was a little bit of space. There is to the beams. There is no ceiling for that. There is no ceiling for that. There was no ceiling. So when there was no ceiling, definitely our guest used to come come? What guest used to come at night time? Rats. So frequently he got habituated to welcome the rats. Frequently they used to come and he got adjusted with them. As his earnings were very less, as he started his practice earlier, as he did not earn much money, he started his earnings with less money. So due to that reason, he had taken a small room, and in that room it was not furnished, and also there was no ceiling with connected of these two beams. Okay, these two beams. There was no ceiling, right? So from that place, from that hole, the rats frequently they used to enter the house. And when they had entered the house, even the person, this homeopath doctor, frequently he had started seeing the rats. So he did not feel any time. So let them come, because only for sleeping he used to come, and most of his time he spent on practice. That's why he did not bother. I went back into the room and sat down on the chair. I opened the box beneath the table and took out a book, the Materia Medica. So he started reading the book Materia and Medica. So he was a homeopathic doctor, no? So to refer the medicines, they need the guidelines, right? So he started reading the book called Materia and Medica. I opened it at the table on which stood the lamp and a large mirror. A small comb lay beside the mirror. So when he started reading the book, there was a table before him, and on the table there is a big mirror, a lamp and a comb. On the table, he stood before the table now. See how I stood? Like that he sat. He sat before the mirror, he sat before the table, and there was a mirror before him, and at the side there is a lamp and there is a comb. Okay, these things were contained over there. And one feels tempted to look into a mirror when it is near. I took a look. In those days, I was a great admirer of beauty, and I believed making myself look all handsome. I was unmarried and was a doctor. I felt I had to make my presence felt. I picked up the comb and ran it through my hair and adjusted the parting so that it looked straight and neat. Again, I heard that sound from above. So, let's see, a common tendency to all the people that it is a general tendency of the people. If there is a mirror before us, definitely we will look into over it. And as there is a comb before him, he started combing his hair. He started combing his hair, and he was an admirer of his beauty. He was an admirer of his beauty. In those days, he was a doctor, and he was little bit of handsome. So he was combing his hair, he himself was admiring his handsomeness. Right? Hey, I am very handsome, I am looking very handsome, I am a doctor. So he started admiring himself, and he was an unmarried doctor. So he was a bachelor. Means he was planning to marry, but until that he was an unmarried bachelor. And I picked up the comb and ran it through my hair and adjusted the parting so that it looked straight and neat. So when he started parting his comb very neatly, means doctor will have a right dressing style and hairstyle, right? So he combed his hair very neatly. Again I heard the sound from above. When he was combing like that, generally he got habituated himself for the sounds of the rats. So when he was combing like that, suddenly he heard the sound above him. As it was an old house, completely beams were there. There were beams over here. He heard the sound from the above. Okay, students. In this page number 4, we had finished the first paragraph, and we continued the lesson in our next class. See you again, students. Thank you.